It is Water Wednesday, words affirming, teaching, encouraging, and restoring. So I'm going to go on with my walk downloads. 2 yards that have this pretty green grass, and it seems like it stays pretty and green. And then you also see how it may have a few of the weeds in there, but you see as you go down the street how these weeds have blown, the seeds from the weeds have blown in all these other yards. And even though the seeds look pretty, they're choking out the good seed. So it's a couple of nuggets in this. Sometimes you think the grass is greener on the other side, but you know what they doing? Painting their grass. And so I did Google a quick little research on painting grass, and it says it's non-toxic and all that, but it's a temporary fix. It's for curb appeal, right? But it doesn't fix if the grass has health issues. So the paint just appears to be that it's lush and it's pretty because you have this paint on it. And that's sometimes how when we're looking at certain people, just because they're made up, just because they present themselves in a certain way, you think that everything in their world is great and excellent, and it's not. And so sometimes when you're looking at other things, you're looking from a skewed perspective. And when you're looking from skewed perspective, you don't see clearly. Then the other thing is, I don't know if grass have health issues, but they were intentional about keeping the weeds out of their yard. There may be a few, but there wasn't a lot. And that's like along in life, we have to be intentional what we feed ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally. And a lot of times we're consuming things that you think, oh, it's not a big deal. That's not bothering me. But you're constantly consuming negativity, drama, issues. That impacts us. It changes. The music, watching news constantly, hearing negative conversation constantly, that impacts you, whether it's a little or a lot. And also sometimes it depends on what stage you're in, what place that you're in life. Some things can be a little bit more hard than before. Maybe you're going through something. And so certain things you may have to pull back from. So what are you eating? What are you feeding your mind? And what are you doing to maintain your yard, your mind? What are you doing to keep the seeds out of how you being intentional? And have you tried to paint over those imperfections and not actually deal with the issues underneath? Because it's natural for the grass to go dormant. That is natural. That is normal. That is because it is just because it looks lifeless on the top. It is surviving and thriving at the root of things. So make sure your root is good. Sometimes you're worried about the surface part, the appearance, but your roots are dying because you hadn't maintained and kept the weeds out of your yards. So how are you maintaining your lawn?